I've totally lost it. I'm making pancakes with smoked paprika. Take 1 deboned turkey thigh and salt it well on both sides. Slap on 2 teaspoons of mustard and spread it around. The spices will stick to it beautifully. I use Bonanza rub and generously coat the whole piece of meat. Repeat the same process on the other side. If you're allergic to mustard, you can use barbecue sauce or just oil instead. Put the meat in a vacuum bag or wrap it in foil and let it marinate for 48 hours. Then place it in a baking dish or a cast iron pot. Sprinkle on a bit more seasoning and pour in some chicken broth. If you don't have any, just make some. You had 2 days to do it. Throw a lid on it and seal it with aluminum foil so no steam escapes while baking. Pop it in the oven and bake with top and bottom heat at 150 degrees Celsius 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 hours. The meat should be so tender that you can shred it with just regular wooden spoons. Then let it soak up all those juices. While the meat was roasting, you made the batter for the pancakes. 300 grams of all-purpose flour, 4 eggs, some salt, and a total of half a liter of milk. First, pour in part of the milk and whisk that thick mixture really well. That way, you won't get any lumps and you won't have to do it wearing a raincoat. Once it's nice and smooth, gradually whisk in the rest of the measured milk. And now, add more smoked paprika. Stop looking so surprised, like Ledetska at the finish line, mix it up, and put it in the fridge for an hour. Dump 1 can of tomatoes into a blender, add a pinch of salt, freshly ground pepper, a teaspoon of chili, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, thyme, rosemary, and sage. A tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, a tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 small red onion, and chicken broth, which I finally convinced you to make. Blend everything together and pour it into a tall saucepan. Reduce it by 1/3 and adjust the seasoning if needed. Heat up a pan and grease it with melted butter. Then, using the rested savory batter with smoked paprika, make crepes. They don't have to be super crispy, just soft and pliable. It's fine because you'll be baking them in the oven later. Keep going until you've used up all the batter. On each crepe, layer the shredded turkey, chopped spring onions, and torn mozzarella. Then wrap it all up, just like you would a tortilla. Get a larger baking dish ready and arrange them in it so they're all in a single layer. Pour half of the reduced sauce over it and save the rest for dipping. Bake at 160 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. Take it out and sprinkle with grated Grana Padano or Parmesan. You can also use mozzarella or cheddar if you want. But only do that if you plan on throwing the whole baking dish away afterward. 3 minutes ago, you thought I'd had a brain liposuction. But come on, give it a try, cook it, and you'll be screaming with delight like Lotta Krizek. See ya.